Welcome, it is Basit Idea here. In this channel, I upload videos on how I created my designs with Canva using my smartphone and also how to use some tools in Canva. I also upload videos on how to use some tools in Canva that can make your designs professional and creative. Once again, welcome to this channel. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. You are welcome once again. Welcome. In this video, I'll show you exactly how I created this perfume advert flyer. So as usual, we are using Canva, right? So let's go. So you log into your Canva app. I'm using the Barbie. We are using the app, no problem. Then the next thing how you have to do is to click on the plus icon to create your design size, because here I'm not searching for any design something. So because I know the size I want to use, so I'll just click on the custom size. So after clicking on the custom size, I'll click on 30,000 by 30,000, right? So create new design, right? So the next thing for us to do now is to create a background. Let us wait till the templates load, till all the tools we need shows up. So here they are. So I'll click on the element to go and get my background. It is in my recently used, and I'll show you the name of the element in case you want to replicate this design as well. So see all, skip scrolling. Yes, here it is. So let us go to info to get to the name. So the name is gradient yellow background. So the name of the element is gradient yellow background. So in case you also want to replicate this design, so I'll just increase its size using this part to increase its size. I'll increase its size almost totally. Place it at center, go to position, go to align, and click on middle. So this is exactly what I will do. The next thing for me to do is to go to filter and use what is it called, fresco. So obviously use fresco. The next thing to do is to go to adjust and increase the brightness and contrast. The brightness was 60. I used 60 for the contrast. I used 81 for the contrast. So that was exactly what I did. So the next thing for us to do now is to go and get, what is it called, is to start creating our design since our background is ready, because this is the only thing I use as my background. Canva is so interesting. So now let me go and get the text for our design. On text, I'll click on add a heading. Our text is here, so I'll just paste it. So once I paste it, the next thing for me to do is to go to format. So you know it is at center now, so I want to let it be as left alignment, so I'll just click on left alignment. So the next thing for me to do is to go to font to change the font. I use the seasons as my font. This is the seasons. That is what I use as my font, the seasons. So I'll just click on the seasons. Then I use the bold one, the bold font for the seasons. Then the next thing I did was to go to spacing and do what, and reduce the spacing, the line spacing, not the letter spacing. I reduced it to 0.95. That was exactly what I used, 0.95. So the next thing, the size I used for the normal design was, the size of the text was 91.6. That is the exact size I used for the normal design. So the next thing I did was to place it here. So after that, I went ahead to go and get the other text. So I'll just click on this one, duplicate it. Instead of me clicking on the text again, click on edit, then input my text, which is where it is time to smell nice. So I think I'll just edit it a little bit, because the font I use the seasons too, but it was the regular one I used. So I'll click on the seasons and I'll use regular. So the next thing for me to do is to change the color. I use what is it called, black color for the Madura Saint, the name of the brand, but for it is time to smell, I use an orange color. So the code of the orange color is FF4500. So that was the code of the color. So the next thing I did was to go to spacing. The line spacing was 1.06. So 1.06 was the line spacing, and the size of the text was 221. So that was the size of the text. So the next thing for me to do is to place it here, right? So the next thing for us to do now is to go and get our shape. So I just click on element, I'll then what is it called, I will click on shape. This is shape here. So the next thing for me to do after clicking on shape, so let me go and click on the precise shape I use. So I just go to position here, go to advanced to input the exact size I used. So it was what, 939.5, 939.597, so you need to do what you need to be screenshotting it already. You should start screenshotting it. 300 for the X, and for the Y I used 1500. So that was exactly what I used. So the next thing I have to do is to go to color. So I just give it an outline. I did not use any color, so I'll just click on this no color icon. So after that I will go to style. Then once I get to style, I will increase the corner rounding. I used 41 for the corner rounding, and for the border color I used 10 for the border color. So 10 was what I used for the border color. So that was exactly what we will do. So after creating these, the next thing for us to do is to click on the element again and go and get another shape. So I just click on shape. So for this shape I used so let me just quickly go to what is it called. I'll click on the shape, then I'll go to position, go to advanced here. So the size I used for the shape was 727, and for the height I used what is it called, 138.2, and for the X I used what 398.9, and for Y I used 1586.3. So that was exactly what I used. So you can quickly screenshot it in case you just want to use it. So after this I place it here. So I use orange color for this one too. For this I use the orange color. So now our text is also ready now. So now let us now input our text. So I'll just click on the text here, click on add heading, and I'll input we sell with dot. So I use popping for the sell here. I click on the font, click on popping. So this is popping. I used the semi bold popping, right? So it was semi bold popping that I used for we sell. So after that, the size I used was what is it called, 72 for the sell. The size for the text is 72. Okay, so 72. So for the spacing was 189, giving it some little bit space, 189. So the next thing you just have to do is to try and place it here, and Canva will just adjust it for you. If it has balanced, you see those lines showing, those purple line popping up, you see it. So the next thing is to go to the color, and I used yellow color for this one. So I just click on color, and I will change the color to what, E30 something, E30FF 0000. Okay, so so I just use what is it called, 00. So that is, let me quickly show you again. So this is the color code. Let me quickly show you the color code, so you can just screenshot it in case you want to replicate this design. So that is the color code for the orange color code too. This is the color code for the orange, for the part that I used orange color for. So this is the color code too. You can just screenshot it. So the next thing for us to do now, let me just quickly go and change the color. So we are using, what is it called, let me just do this. So this is it here. This is the color we are using. I think it is not balanced. So let me just go to format and use the center. Okay, it is at center already. So what's wrong? Let me try and balance it again. So it is balanced like this. It should be, yes, this is it. It is balanced like this now. So this is the correct balance. So the next thing for us to do is to go and get our services like this. So I'll just click on resell instead of me clicking on the text tool again. So I'll just click on duplicate. After that I'll click on edit. After clicking on edit, I'll just paste the word, I'll paste the text. So the next thing for me to do is to go to format and use the left alignment. So after that I'll just click on the color again and change it to, well, what color did I even use? I used black color. So the next thing for me to do is to use the exact size I used for the services. It was 50.6 was the exact size I used, in case you also want to replicate this design. So the line spacing, the letter spacing was 105, and the line spacing between them was 1.25. So that is the line spacing. So, and I also give it an outline. So this is the outline, the column outline. So, and I then do what, and I then place it here like this. So I place it here. I try to create a balance. So I'll just click on node. okay like this. Just try and make it balanced. I think it is okay like this. So yes, so the next thing for us to do now is to go and get our images and input them correctly. So I'll just go to element. To get into element, I'll click on recently used. So to go and get the first image I used, I think it is this one. So let me quickly show you the name of this image. So info, so this is it in case you want to replicate this design. So this is a glass perfume bottle isolated or write something. Just type in that in your element search bar, so it will pop up. You just keep up scrolling till it pop up this for you. So let me use the exact size I use. I'll go to advanced and change the size here. So I think I used for it, I used 1476.4 what 2019 for this one, 2019. And for the X I used 1889.3, and for the Y I used 486.7. So that was the exact size I used for it. Oh my god, let me just follow it already. So let me just try and, okay, I know how to do that. So let me just reduce the size, since doing it like that will destroy the image. Let us just do it like this. Let us just create it ourselves. So I'll just put it like this. So what the next thing I'll do is to go to filter and use fresco. I'm trying to edit the image, so I'll just go to adjust tool and increase the brightness to 11 and the contrast to 60. Yes, I used 60 for the contrast. So that is the next thing. So the next thing for us to do now is to go and get the second image. Go to element, then where is it? So this is the second image that we use. I'll just reduce the size a little bit and place it here. So I'll just try and create a balance. Yes, so I think it is looking like this. So I'll just firstly go to position and click on backward in the arrange part. So yes, I'll click on backward. So the next thing for me to do is to go to filter and use fresco for this one. So we're trying to edit it. I'm trying to edit the image here, so I'll just go to adjust to. So I did not increase the brightness of this one, I just increased the contrast to just 30 here. So that's exactly what I did here. So the next thing for us to do now is to click on the element again and do what, click on this one. This was the third image I used. No, let me quickly show you the name of the second image before going to the third one. So for the second image, in case you want to use it, just click on info. So this is it, glass perfume bottle, glass perfume bottle. So that's what I use. So for this one, let me just go to the position, oh sorry, to the info. So this is it, spray bottle isolated was the name, spray bottle isolated. In case you want to use this, I'll just reduce the size a little bit, do it like this, and do what, and I'll increase the size a little bit again. So I'll just place it here like this. I want them to align, trying to align them like this, so I'll just place it here. So I'll just click on position and click on backward here. Yes, this is exactly what you're going to do. Yes, exactly. So the next thing for us to do, I think we need to move this up a little bit so that we will be able to input what is it called. So I'll just firstly click on this one, move it up a little bit but not too much. Click on all these images to go to more, click on this, click on this one too. Firstly, let me firstly go to layers so that I'll be able to click on that third image there. So I'll firstly go to layer, click on heat, click on that one, click on more, click on select multiple, click on this, click on these two, click on this and these two, click on this one first, click on this one too. Yes, the three images I will click, I'll then click on group, then I'll move them up a little bit but not too much. Yes, I think it is okay like this. Let me just go to nudge and move them to the right side a little bit but not too much. Okay, so you just do it diligently. So the next thing for me to do now is to click on element again, go back and click on shapes here. So I'll just do what, create a shape here that will fit this left side and the right side. So I'll just create a shape here like this. Yes, exactly. So this is the shape. So let me just quickly go to position to use the exact shape I used. Let me quickly go to position to go and use what is it called, the exact size I used for it. So I firstly used 2400, then 290.4, then for the X I used what is it called, 300, and for the Y I used 2580.7. so that is the exact size I used for it. So I just go to position, go to align, and okay, it is already at center already. So the next thing I have to do now is to give the star, give it some corner rounding. Just give it like 10. I think 10 is okay for the corner rounding. So yes, it is okay like this. So the next thing for us to do now is to change the color. I use black color for this one. I use the black color. So let me quickly go and get the before we go. So I'll firstly go and get what is it called, WhatsApp icon. So I'll just go to brand fetch here, get the WhatsApp icon. So this is brand fetch. Any popular brand you can get that you want to use their logo, you can just easily get it. You just search for it using this thing here. So this is WhatsApp icon. I'll just click on it. So once I click on it, so this is the logo that I want to use. I'll just click on the logo. So after that, so it has got me the logo I want. So the next thing for me to do now is to go and get a frame, a circle frame, to enclose the logo in. So okay, so let me just click on see how it is. It should be here my recently. So this is it. So just search for circle frame, you see it. So the next thing for me to do now is to click on the WhatsApp icon and put it there, so you can see. To put it there, so I just click on it, reduce its size a little bit. So let me just go to position to use the exact size I used. So for the WhatsApp icon, I used 206, 206, 206 for the height to 206, and for the what is it called? For the X, I used 692.1, and for the Y, I used 2622.9. So that was the exact size I used. So this is it here. So I'll just click on the element again and go and get the call icon too. So this is the call icon. So let me quickly show you the name. So it is called what? Call icon. So you can see it here already. So I'll just firstly, this is a graphic element, so I can change the color. So I'll just change the color to white. So the next thing for me to do is to go and use the exact size I used. So in case you also want to replicate this design. So the size I used was what is it called? 206. It is the same as that of the WhatsApp icon, 206. So for the X, I used 446.3, and then 2622.9. For the hex, let me just use this similar as I used it for the WhatsApp icon, 692.1. So this is the exact something we are going to use. So let me quickly show you again, so you can just screenshot it in case you also want to replicate this design. So let me just scroll it like this and let them balance. You try and make sure the two balance. Okay, so the two is now balanced now. So the next thing for us to do is to, let me just try and not use the notch, move it beside it a little bit, but not too much. Okay, so just a little bit. So the next thing for me to do is to go and get the call details. So let me just click on the text, click on what the heading, and then type in my text here. So this is my text here. So the next thing for me to do is to reduce its size a little bit, do it like this. So I'll just click on font and use Poppin. So the font I used was Poppin Extra Bold. Yes, I used Poppin Extra Bold, and the color was white, right? So I think the size of it was 93.8. So I used 93.8 as this size. So that is the exact size I used. So I'll just do what? I'll just place it here like this. I'll just place it here like this. So place it here to balance it. So I'll just go to spacing and give it some spacing, line spacing. Oh, sorry, letter spacing, not too much. So I'll just do it like this. Just do it like this. So we just place it here. So let me just go to the spacing again. Let me reduce it to like maybe just 180 is okay. Yes, 180 is okay. So the next thing for me to do is to click on the notch and move it beside them a little bit, but not too much. So the next thing I want to do now is to group the three together. Click on one, click on more, click on select multiple, click on these, click on these two. So after that, you then group them together. You know how to group, right? Then go to position, go to align, and click on center to place them at center. So now they're at center, I think so. So let me just try and give them that balance a little bit. They're here to balance. So like this. I'm coming, let me try and balance it. It's easier to balance. So let me just go to notch, go like this. I think it is okay now. So the next thing is to go to element again. So this is glass movem sim something, glass movem sim. So I'll just try and place it here like this. So I'm just trying to let that part of the black seem like it is like we use something there. So I'll just try and do it like that, not too much. No, let me click on it again, not too much, like that. So the next thing I'll do is to go to position and go to backward. I'll just move it at backward. So let me put it at front here. No, backward, forward. Yes, this is exactly what you are going to do. You can see. So this is exactly what you are creating. And now, guys, we are done. This is exactly what you create. We just click on the download icon, click on download, and we wait till it load it. So we just click on download, and our design is being downloaded. So if you are yet to subscribe to this channel, kindly subscribe now, like this video, and comment. Anyways, I'm that designer that designs and makes money with Canva. Let me teach you how to do it. You are welcome. So now our design is ready, guys. Let's download it.